CVA's Accura Series, Bagara barrels for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
This segment is being sponsored by Capital Sportsman. All right, welcome back, everyone. This week's Pictures of the Week is being brought to you by Flowers Deer Processing. Let me tell you something, they're having a great year. Hunters are having a great year.
There's been a lot of meat taken down there.
Lots of meat taken out, lots of meat, and I promise you, we're just now scratching the edge of it. But we've got, I think this is Robert Light with a nice looking buck that he took out of West Tennessee just this last month and here in November.
It's a good looking deer. There's been a lot of good looking deer taken this year.
And our next one, who's this?
This is Mr. Willie West, and this is a fantastic looking buck that Mr. West got, and this buck was taken on AEDC. So this is a nice public land buck right here.
That's no suitcase buck.
And no, that's not a suitcase deer there, buddy. That's
a full grown man.
That's right. That's a heck of a deer right there. So congratulations to him on that very nice public land buck.
All right, our next one here is 10-year-old Zeb Major.
Actually, that's out of order. I can tell you by looking at it.
Well, I'm glad you can.
This is 6-year-old Bennett Crane with her very first deer that she's ever taken. Jared, her dad, who's there behind her very proudly, that he is my cousin. And Bennett is 6 years old. She's the same age as Emery, and they were able to take their first deer both in the same year. But she got this deer here with a crossbow at 38 yards.
That's nice.
So super proud of Bennett on that. Congratulations to her.
Yes, very nice. Well, now this must be 10-year-old Zeb Major with a nice Wilson County 10-point. He shot his first buck at 7 years old, and this is his 4th buck.
He's doing good. I met this young man actually at the shooting range down the road from my house one day and talked to him a little bit, and that's a little deer hunter in the making right there. He's gonna
see the youth getting involved.
They are, and we've had so many youth pictures, and we love all the pictures, but the youth pictures have got to be my favorite. So.
Hey, and by the way, parents, if you hadn't heard it before, let's say it one more time. We are very proud of you for taking those youngsters out there in the woods and the outdoors and just getting them off those phones and let them be out there and take a 38-yard shot with a crossbow.
Yeah.
I love that.
It is.
There's a lot of men that won't do that.
I know it. There's not. Just continue to send your pictures in to us. You can send them over here to us at 474 James Robertson Parkway in Nashville. But better yet, just send them to us on Facebook. We can get them faster that way and get them over here and get them on the show and show them off for you.
That's exactly right. So we appreciate that. And tonight our guests we got Paul over here. He's got a great product. We're going to demonstrate it. But I didn't want to leave Clint out there over there. Clint has been patiently waiting too. Clint Holden, big time predator hunting. We're going, brother.
You just let me know when.
I want to talk to you about what, for just a second, what's the prime time for coyote hunting?
You will kill more coyotes in the summertime, late spring and summertime.
Why is that, Clint?
Because a lot of hay fields are getting cut for one reason.
Right.
And, you got both parents, the male and female, they're out hunting for their young. And if you just get into where their dens are at, they're more concentrated in one area. See, like this time of year, they're moving around.
Right.
And they're hunting more, and the range is getting extended. And they're looking for mates, and breeding season's at the end of December, January, or into January, it goes all the way through February and early March. But summertime, they're all in one area around the den, and if you get around the den, man, sometimes you can kill 4 or 5 or more. Is it hard to find
these dens?
Well, that's why you use the Aquatech collar. You can get out there, set it up, do a few howls, and you can locate them. Or just like late in the evening, like a lot of times we'll be paying attention to farmers. And the farmer's like, man, I hear a bunch of coyotes right before dark in this one particular section of the woods. More than likely, that's where their den's at. And then we'll move in, get the wind right, and turn on the collar, and we'll end up having 2 or 3 coyotes dead, or a single one dead under 2 or 3 minutes. I
want to ask you one other question, Clint, right quick, and that is, we are having just a big time problem with suburban coyotes. They've kind of got smart and decided hey, I can go over here at the dumpster behind Burger King or McDonald's and I can scarf up some of those old throwaways. But they're breeding others and more moving in to the city limits. Now we're having, $1,000 Yorkies coming up as an appetizer, and people are screaming about it. But what we've done is we're running their habitat, we're pushing them out, and they're just saying, to heck with it, I'm gonna stay in. And that's what they're doing, and they're surviving well.
Oh, yeah.
How are we gonna situate this? Because I'm gonna tell you, I see problems coming down the road, big ones.
Well, the way I look at it, if it's going to be a problem with, being in the city limits, is that you're going to have to get some of these people like, they do all the trapping and stuff and or animal control. They're just going to have to go in and trap them out. I mean, if you know what you're doing, you can get it done and take care of the problem. You ain't going to get them all, but you can get most of them, at least try to control it. There's always going to be a coyote move back in, just like foxes.
Oh, yeah.
You drive around all these little towns or even, pretty good sized cities like Murfreesboro, for instance. You can be driving and all of a sudden there goes a red fox across the road. They all adapt to the area, and it don't. If they're raised around it, they're just used to people and everything.
Well, they've survived for 1,000 years. We're not going to touch them. We're not really
find a way to keep on.
But we are, like you and I have discussed, we're taking over their habitat, but they're adapted a lot faster than we thought they would. And now they're causing people problems. You start just, what was that one toy poodle I saw that one of my buddies at TWRA said it was like $3,000 and it's gone. They watched the coyote jump over the fence, grab him, run across the other side, and jump over the other side, and was gone.
Yeah, they do it. I mean, we get phone calls and stuff all the time to me and Greg, and we get excited about it, even though I know it's bad to dog and stuff. But once we know that they're coming in and getting cats and pets and baby goats and pastures right next to your house. Now lets us know that coyotes are living close, and we can go right in there and turn the right call on, and there come coyote running right out. Take him out.
Well, we're going to talk about this some more in just a second. Now, Paul, you came up with this idea with a Walmart steak, a stick, and a string, and all that. Now it's this. You want to demonstrate? You want to tell us? I mean, you made it out of necessity. You tried something out of the box.
Well, yeah, getting busted in a tree, losing a big monster buck.
Yeah.
I got busted using a can. Throw the call out, listen to it with, as it got mad, throw it out of the tree stand, sitting there. It hit the ground, and you could hear it rolling down the hill, going mack, 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 mack down the hill. And I sat there, and it was like, if the call would have been down there, he never knowed I'd been up here.
That's exactly
so
right.
Once I started looking at it, it was like, well, you talk about, electronic calls and sounds and stuff, and knew that, you couldn't do it. But then you get around, mechanical calling is legal and using it. So it was like, well, how can we turn it?
How can we just rotate it?
And we duck hunt, so, it's like Mojo, you're using the wings and everything, so they will do it. So I said, why can't we do the same thing? So it's like, well, then we got Hobby Lobby stuff and motors and stuff, and just put stuff together, and if you looked at it, you'd laugh. I mean, it had a hole drilled in it with a little curlicue antenna coming out of it, and just to see if it would work. And I mean,
it did.
And it did. It had a yellow Walmart. I mean, we got film. Yellow Walmart 10 state. You can see it sitting out in the field. But after we started watching the deer come to it and come around it, and just started learning so much, you can actually use it and play scent with it. Like scent control. You can actually put it upwind from you, and deer always circle downwind to come around. Well, when he circles downwind, he's standing with you looking up. So there's different ways that we've learned to play with this and using it. But my favorite way is using multiples. And we actually designed it to where in the back of it, as you can see here, I got the back door, it's got an ABCD selector switch. So you can pair up to 4 of these with one remote.
Really?
I can use 4 of these at one time with one remote. The way I use it, bow hunting.
I like a herd better than I like one.
Well, and you kind of ask why. Why would you want to use more than one? Well, we found out through trial and error by walking into the tree stand. You're going into the tree stand anyway. You just stop where you at, 40, 50 yards, strap one to a tree, walk on in 15 yards, strap one to the tree, crawl up in the tree stand, and then you can use an immature buck grunt while you're sitting in the tree, and then you can hit the call out 15 yards, then you can hit the next one, and it makes it sound like he is chasing a doe in there.
That's a good idea.
It gives the sound of that. We've had bucks, I mean, just you could hear them coming through thickets and everything else, just coming in trying to figure out where it's at.
That's a great idea.
It is. It is.
You know, in another way that we've actually, one of the prototypes in Virginia that we had a guy using, that he come back and told us he killed a buck. He was actually busted in a tree, and the deer was looking at him, and he just reached up and had it around his neck, and he just, like this right here, I mean, he just pushed the button while it was sitting there, and you can hear it go off and, you know, out away from you. And he said the deer was blowing, had his tail up, was stomping, and he said then it looked over where the sound was at. And he said the next thing you know, the curiosity got to it, and it started moving over where it was at. And, you know, we were told the great thing about that is that deer, once they get curious in something, they forget what they was already thinking about. So you're forgotten. Now they're focused on this. And he said the deer calmed down, put its tail down, and eased on off. And he said it wasn't for a few seconds later, 3 more does come out behind her, and a buck come out, and he killed a buck.
I like those stories.
Yeah.
We got to do our product of the week.
We do. This week's product of the week's been brought to you by Caney Fork Outdoors. Get down and see those guys. That you can either go down there and see them at the Big Rock Market right there at the Caney Fork exit. Come up here and see them at Donaldson. Come up here and see Ryan, see what he's got going on. You got just a couple more weeks. Get in there and get something for Christmas. Have somebody ready to go for the springtime. It's
Ho-ho-ho's
right around the corner. The man will be here. That's right.
The man himself.
The product that I've got this week, this is the CVA Wolf muzzleloader. This is a 50 caliber stainless steel muzzleloader. It's got the quick release breech plug, which since I've started using, I've discovered is the greatest thing ever.
Boy, it is nice.
And so this has the CVA, the all-piece, all one-piece mounts already on it. And what's special about this week's product of the week is this is going to have a brand new owner in about 1 week.
It does.
This is the muzzleloader that we're going to be giving away as part of our Christmas giveaways, and we're super proud to have it. These are fantastic rifles. I've been hunting with the CVA now for a while. Mine has done me very well, and so looking forward to letting somebody else enjoy this one.
That's exactly right.
And get out there and get in the woods and enjoy it. We're going to get ready to take a break. We'll be back here in just a minute with some more Southern Woods and Waters.